Well, folks, it sure looks like Palantir stock wants to go lower now, doesn't it? Look, it's down about 5% as the Qs are hitting all-time highs, up over 1%, and the S&P, I think, hit all-time highs as well. Let me double check. Yeah, up 0.75%, and Palantir just can't catch a bid here, man. This is getting ugly. It looks like we're about to go to multi-month lows. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm seeing here on these charts, as again, we're down about 5% and we're heading towards a critical support. So we have to break down these charts, go over my thoughts, what I'm doing as I am long the stock, and we'll break down the indices, other stocks that are moving, because guys, just because Palantir is down 5% doesn't mean every stock's down. Look, a lot of stocks are ripping. Google's up 4%. We have Micron up over 5%. Nvidia, Coherent, Nebius. So we have a lot of company stocks to cover. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join my Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates and my private Discord. That's linked down below, pinned in the comments as well. Or go to stasserfest.com/Patreon. And now, cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Let's break down Palantir and all these other charts that I'm looking at. So, straight off the bat, guys, we are not looking good. The bears are gaining momentum even more here, as if they haven't been gaining momentum, right? I mean, the bears have been dominating the stock for the last 6 months. I mean, Palantir hit all-time highs back in November, and all year we've been making lower highs, right? And now over the last 3 months, we've been making lower highs into this support at 125. You guys can see we triple bottomed there back in February. Then we rallied a good chunk. We also held 125-ish about a month ago in the middle of April, right? And now we're starting to go there again. And by the way, we saw a nice rally in the middle of April. Palantir hit 122 to be exact, and it got all the way back to 153, so we got a nice pop. But what's worrisome is, again, these lower highs being made. This is bearish, guys. The descending triangle, this pattern is very bearish. And you're noticing here, we made another lower high yesterday. We got hit at both of these moving averages on the 4-hour chart. And now with today's move, we're taking out the lows from about a week ago. Yeah, exactly last Wednesday, we held 132. And you guys can see we cut through that level today like butter. Look, we hit about 136 this morning on a nice pop. And then, well, like I said, we dumped, cut through 132 like butter, and now we're at 129, fighting for our lives, right? Above 125. So I think by the looks of it, man, we're about to go under here, under 125, under 120, or at least we're going to go test it. And maybe we get another rally like we did, back about a month ago. We saw a nice rally. Maybe we see that again when we touch 125, but I'm not too confident because, again, we're making clear lower highs into that support. So keep that in mind. And if Palantir takes out 120, 125, now we're heading into the territory we were in about a year ago, right? During Liberation Day, we broke just barely above 120 about a year ago, a year and 3 months ago. We just barely broke 120, and then we dumped all the way down to $65 a share. Now, do I think it's going to 65? No, but if we break 120, guys, we're taking out that critical support, which used to be an all-time high, the previous all-time high, which has been holding as support now for 3.5 months. So if we take that out, now we're trading in a whole new gap, range, whatever you want to call it, between 65, 70, which I don't think it's going to get there, but that's the new range we're going to be in, all the way up to 115, 120. That's where this could play. And I think ultimately, man, we do get a lot of buyers to come in the low hundreds on Palantir. If it gets to 105, 110, 115, I think buyers are going to come in massively, right? So I don't think it's going to touch the double digits again unless we get a ridiculous crash overall, which I don't see that happening right now. So yeah, I think anything under 120 is load the boat territory, Even here, over the last couple of months, if you've been DCAing at 130, 125, 140, it's not a bad deal, in my opinion, for a long-term position in this company. And again, anything under 120, I think, is a load the boat territory for the stock. And it looks like, again, we're heading there. And for me to trade this, like I've said before, I'll say it again, I need to see it break out of this descending triangle, which we're nowhere near doing. So quite frankly, I have no interest in trading Palantir right now, only looking to add as a long-term investment, which you guys know. If you've been watching my channel for a couple years, you know that I'm in Palantir. I was in at 20 bucks, still am, locked in some good profits at 180, and I'm letting the rest ride, and I'm actually looking to add more. But with me being in at such a low cost, right, average price, I'm being more picky on where I'm adding more. But again, man, if this thing somehow gets down another 10, 20 bucks a share, I think that might be a good spot to average up for me. I don't know about you. You got to do your own research and make your own decisions. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. So, yeah, that's a quick rundown. Descending triangle is a bit worrisome, but it is opening up an opportunity if you're a long-term investor. If you can, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. If you're that kind of guy or girl or gal, you're going to be fine, on this stock. But if you're so focused on the short term, yeah, it's going to cause you some headaches, right? You're going to lose some hair, grow some grays, right, guys? But if you look long term, when in doubt, zoom out. I think Palantir is fine. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And by the way, hit that subscribe button. I think 50% of you guys, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, you watch the content, but you're not hitting that follow button. You're not hitting subscribe. And why is that, man? You don't want to see me every day? I mean, you watch the videos anyway. You might as well hit that subscribe, that follow button. I appreciate you all, as always. So let's run through quickly now some other tickers here that are moving. I mean, we all know Micron, memory, the chip stocks, they're back. Micron's pushing 808 right now, up over 5%. It looks like clearly we're about to break through 820, which was that high from 2 days ago, back on Monday, right around 818, 820. So it looks like Micron wants to take that out like butter, right? Just like Palantir fell through 130 like butter. Looks like Micron wants to break through 810, 815 like butter, at least as of now. We have stocks like Alibaba moving, which I forgot to mention their earnings in my previous video, but their stock's up over 8%. They had earnings this morning. Adjusted EPS missed 9 cents versus the $1.12 expected, but revenue beat. 35.28 billion versus 35.23 billion. So mixed earnings out of Alibaba, and I'm not sure why it's running. I know why. I'm pretty sure Trump and President Xi are meeting today, and that's probably bringing a bunch of momentum into these Chinese stocks. We'll probably do a video on that later today or maybe tomorrow, but it's not the only one moving. Alibaba is up 8%. JD.com's also moving after earnings. You can see here that JD reported, I think yesterday, earnings per share, 74 cents, adjusted by the way, versus 50 cents expected on sales of 45.76 billion versus 45.57 billion, so double beat. And, it's probably because of earnings these stocks are moving. But again, Trump and Xi are meeting right now, so I'm sure that it is giving some fuel to these stocks as well, potentially. And of course, that could erase if those talks go sour, which we'll see how that plays out. But the Chinese stocks are moving. 10 cents also up on earnings. Let's see what else. Google's pushing 400, guys. Here we go. Alphabet. It looks like we're about to break through 400. We're up around 3.4, actually almost 4%. On the day. Alphabet's about to test the highs from a week ago. I think we break, quite frankly. So I like the way we're looking here on Alphabet, which is my third or fourth largest holding right now. I mean, I've held Alphabet stock for years, guys. You all know that if you've been watching me. So yeah, let's see. Anything else worth mentioning? I mean, look at the watch list. It's a sea of green out there today, guys. What more could you ask for? So even though Palantir is down, it's like whatever. I mean, all my other stocks are up. The indices are up across the board except for the Dow, which who cares? The Dow's down 0.1%. No big deal. So, yeah, it's a great day. What more could you ask for, man? Well, I guess you could ask for Palantir to go up. But long term, I have no doubt that it will. But in the short term here, yeah, it's looking a little rough. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And by the way, feel free to join the Patreon. Consider it, right? Where I post my weekly trades, my investments, all my options moves, right? And you get access to my private Discord through the Patreon. If you're interested, check it out. Link down below. We have like 400 members right now, thousands of free members as well, which, I mean, if you're a free member, you don't really get anything, but there are thousands of free members on the sidelines, waiting to join. So if you guys want to check it out, link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stosserfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you all in the next video.